Hi, I'm Steve Ricker, Director of Conservation here at Westmoreland, and we're at one of our vernal or woodland pools. These pools are known as the coral reefs of the Hudson Valley because of their richness of life and organisms. And one of the things that's unique about these pools is where they get their energy from. That's different than other wetlands. Woodland pools get their energy from the fallen leaves of the trees that surround the pools. So these leaves fall in the water and then they provide energy to all the organisms in the water, and that gets transferred back into the forest. Some of the plant species that are found here we can see behind me. Floating in the water is a plant called duckweed, which by the name you can guess it's known as a great food for ducks and other animals in the pond. It also provides oxygen to the water in the pond. Then there's a plant that's growing out of the pond called buttonbush, which is a fantastic plant. Provides food for birds and other animals and nectar for butterflies. And then, of course, we talked about the leaves. One of the most common tree species found around these ponds are red maples, or also called swamp maples, which turn a beautiful, beautiful red color in the fall and have beautiful red flowers in the spring.
So I'm at one of the many vernal pools here at Westmoreland Sanctuary, and in my hands I have two green frogs. They're one of the very many frogs that can be found here at the sanctuary, especially in vernal pools. So what's interesting about these two, we have a male in my right hand and a female in my left hand. You can tell the difference because the male has this big yellow beard and the female does not. So frogs are really interesting among, vertebrate animals because they go through a metamorphosis. So the adults will mate, the female will lay her eggs, the eggs will turn into tadpoles. And the tadpoles really look nothing like the adults. They kind of look like little fish. They have no limbs, they just have a mouth. They will eat algae and detritus in the water, decaying matter. And then eventually they will start growing legs, they will grow lungs, they will lose their tail, and then they will come out onto land as a tiny little miniature version of the adults. And after a few years, they will reach about this size, and then they will be ready to breed again.
So thanks to conservation efforts, woodland pools are no longer viewed as mosquito pits, and they're viewed for their ecological services they provide. What you can do to protect those areas is to not use or limit your use of herbicides or pesticides, especially if you know one's near a woodland pool. Also, make sure that the trees stay intact around the woodland pool because they provide the energy source to the pool. And we encourage you to come visit us at Westmoreland during the early spring. Usually the first week of April, we run an amphibian night hike, which is a lot of fun to go out into the forest and visit one of these vernal pools at night when there's tons and tons of activity that many people don't know about. It's really exciting, great for all ages, so please check our website and come out to one of these amphibian night hikes during the early spring season.